the damage done. I hit the city and I lost my band. I watched the needle take another man. Gone, gone, the damage done. I sing the song because I love the man. I know that some of you don't understand. Milk blood to keep from running out. I've seen the needle and the damage done, a little part of it in everyone, but every junkie's like a setting sun.
Here are the chords that are needed. The top 4 chords are just variations off a D chord, where you'll be decreasing the bass note. So it starts off with a D, and then you add a C bass note, down to a B bass note, and then the A sharp bass note. You also need a C chord, an F chord, an E suspended 4th chord, and an E chord. Let's take a look at these chords on the guitar. It starts off with a D chord that you manipulate to become this D with a C bass note here, down to the B bass note, down to the B flat or A sharp bass note. Then you'll need a C, an F, E suspended 4th, and an E. Here's how the picking pattern sounds on the descending bass line from D. Picking pattern starts off on the D chord with the 4th string, then the 1st string, 4th string again, and then open 1st string. So you have to remove your middle finger off that D chord. 4th string again, and then 2nd string, 4th string, 2nd string. So the D chord sounds like. And then you go down to that C chord where you play. So the C chord is 5th string, 2nd string, 5th string, 1st string, 5th string, 2nd string, 5th string, 2nd string. So it sounds like. Down to the B where you play the same pattern that you did on the C. So it's 5th, 2nd, 5th, 1st, 5th, 2nd, 5th, 2nd. Down to the B flat A sharp bass note. Same exact pattern. Once you get that strict picking pattern down, then you can loosen up your picking hand a little bit and play it more like a strum pattern, like Neil Young does on the song. It'll be more like this. Here's the tablature for the picking pattern from the D chord, which is used during the verse and the instrumental section. The lines are the strings of the guitar, and the numbers on them are the frets that are played. After that run on the D chord, you can either go to the instrumental section and play the C, or the C in the verse. Let's look at the strumming pattern for the C during the verse next. The strumming pattern after the C chord during the verse sounds like this.
The damage done. I hit the city and I lost.
That strumming pattern starts off with the C chord and you do this little strum. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the 5th string and then just up, down, up. Twice for C, and then the same pattern on F. And then you go to the E, and what you do there is you add the suspended 4th. So you're like, what you need to do is add your pinky finger to the 2nd fret, 3rd string. And then you do that little riff on the E chord. The riff on the E chord hits a bass note E, and the top 2 strings, then you hammer on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, hit the high strings again, and then what you do is you slide up from 2 to 4 on the 4th string, hit the 2 strings up top again before you land on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And that leads to the next D chord. So it sounds like one more time. Here's the tablature for the riff on the E chord. There's a variation on that E chord riff where instead of hitting the top 2 strings, you're hitting strings 2 and 3 to alternate. So it sounds like. Let's look at the instrumental section after the C chord. So it starts off with the C chord, you hit the 5th string, then the 2nd string, and then you're going to hammer on the 4th string note, and then upstroke on strings 1 and 2. So that part is. And then you're going to play open 3rd string, and then hit those 1st and 2nd strings again, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 3rd string, upstroke again down to the 2nd fret, and then open 3rd string. Then you're going to place your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and that's where you're going to switch to the E suspended 4th chord. And then you're going to just go down. So you're going to hit the 3rd string, first 2 open strings again, and then 4th string, 5th string, 6th string, and then you go to the E chord where you hit the 3rd string, 4th string, 5th string, and then open A before going back to the verse. The instrumental part from C sounds like this. I caught you knocking at my cellar. The instrumental section from C performed slowly sounds like this. Here's the tablature for the instrumental section after the C chord.